Angel says, right now, there is someone whose soul is trembling when your name rises in their spirit. Their heart is aching in a silence that heaven cannot ignore. The angels are surrounding this person tonight, whispering your name over and over again, because they are crying out for you. Their spirit has reached the breaking point of longing. And heaven says, it's urgent. You may not hear their voice in the physical world. You may think they've forgotten you, moved on, or erased you from their plans. But in the unseen world, their soul is kneeling before God. Their tears are not falling into empty air, they're landing on the altar of divine remembrance. Heaven has collected each one, and every cry has been heard. Because their heart still belongs to you. Angel says, they've tried to silence their feelings. They've tried to drown the sound of your name with distractions, pride, and distance. But no matter how far they run, your spirit keeps echoing in their heart. Your voice, your kindness, your energy, it all lingers like light that refuses to fade. God has allowed this ache to grow because it's time for awakening. It's time for them to face the truth they tried to bury. They love you, and heaven will not let them rest until they face it. Their spirit has been restless lately, waking up at odd hours, thinking of you when they least expect it, feeling emotional waves that make no logical sense. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing pulling the strings of destiny. God is stirring their soul because your connection carries purpose. It's not just romance. It's restoration. It's part of a greater plan that heaven wrote before you even met. Angel says, they've been pretending to be strong, smiling in public, acting unbothered, showing the world they're fine. But heaven sees the truth. When they're alone, the mask falls. They stare at your old messages, photos, or memories, and their chest tightens. They whisper to themselves, why do I still feel them so deeply? Because your energy never left. Your light marked them. And heaven says, no human effort can erase what God joined in spirit. Right now, their angels are fighting confusion around them. There are influences, people, fears, opinions, that have kept them stuck. They were convinced they had to choose logic over love, control over surrender. But heaven is shaking their comfort zone. Everything they thought they could build without you is collapsing. Because God is showing them, nothing born outside of divine alignment can last. This pain they feel is not punishment. It's correction. It's the divine intervention that pushes them back toward what's real. Angel says, you've been feeling their energy too. Lately your spirit has felt heavy for no clear reason. You've sensed a pull in your heart, moments of sadness, waves of emotion that aren't yours. That's because your souls are linked by covenant. Their cry is reaching you across the invisible bridge between hearts. Heaven allows you to feel it because you are part of the healing. Your compassion, your prayers, your faith, they are helping to guide them home. God is saying, you don't have to chase them. You only have to stay aligned. Keep your peace, your purpose, your glow. Because the light in you is what's waking them up. Your calm is convicting them. Your patience is preaching to them louder than any words could. You became their silent teacher of love. And now, they're realizing that what they had with you was never ordinary. It was sacred. Angel says, when heaven marks two souls for a purpose, distance cannot destroy it. Even if years pass. Even if mistakes were made. Even if they left you behind out of fear or confusion, God's plan remains unshaken. Because divine timing always restores what is meant to return. Right now, the process is unfolding. Their heart is softening. Their pride is cracking open. Their tears are washing away the fog that kept them blind. Heaven says, this is not the time to lose faith. It's the time to prepare your heart. Because a breakthrough is forming. This person is about to reach a moment of clarity that will change everything. The same one who once doubted you will soon defend you. The one who ignored your love will start fighting for it. Because the truth has been chasing them in their dreams. They can't escape it anymore. Angel says, they keep seeing signs of you everywhere. Your name shows up in songs, on screens, in random conversations. They think they're imagining it, but heaven is orchestrating it all. Every sign is a reminder of the vow their soul made before this lifetime. A promise to find you again, no matter what. And now the promise is calling them home. Their emotions are overflowing. They don't understand why they miss you so intensely. They try to distract themselves, but everything reminds them of you. The scent of a flower, the sound of a song, the quiet of the night. It all whispers your name. And heaven says, it's because their soul is remembering. Remembering who you are. Remembering what you gave. Remembering the unconditional love that mirrors divine love itself. Angel says, this person has been humbled. Life has shown them what it feels like to lose something pure. They've realized not everyone carries the same heart you do. They've met people who only took, never gave. People who used, but never stayed. And now they look back at you with new eyes. They see your love as holy, rare, unrepeatable. They see you as their answered prayer, the one they didn't know how to cherish. And it's breaking them inside. Heaven says, their tears are turning into repentance. They are crying out to God to fix what they broke, to heal what they damaged, to guide them back to the one they hurt. They're saying, Lord, if you give me another chance, I won't waste it. And heaven is listening. Because mercy always responds to a humble heart. God is preparing the path for reconciliation. The angels are removing obstacles that once seemed impossible. You may not see it yet, but divine rearrangement is already in motion. Angel says, don't let your pain speak louder than your faith. You've been through the wilderness of waiting, but every season had purpose. Your tears watered the soil of destiny. Your prayers created openings in the spirit realm. And your forgiveness unlocked the miracle. You didn't lose anything, you purified the connection. And now, heaven is about to return it in divine order. They're crying because they finally see the truth. The image of you is not just memory, it's light. Your name brings conviction. Your voice echoes peace. They miss not just your presence, but the person they became around you. You brought out their best self. And now, they're asking heaven to restore what was lost. They are not just missing you, they are awakening. Angel says, soon you will see confirmation. Something will happen that will make you feel it in your soul. A message, a dream, a sudden emotion that feels like release. That will be your sign that their cry reached heaven. And heaven answered. Because God never lets tears fall without purpose. And when both souls cry for the same miracle, divine alignment happens fast. Heaven says, you are not forgotten. You are chosen for a love that carries testimony. A love that teaches others how faith resurrects what the world calls dead. The union that is coming is not just romance, it's ministry. It's destiny. It's healing multiplied. And you will know it's real because it will bring peace, not confusion. It will lift you, not drain you. It will honor you, not hide you. Angel says, prepare your heart. Because heaven is about to turn mourning into music. The one who once cried in secret will soon speak your name with reverence. They will say, I almost lost the one God sent for me. And they will mean every word. The angels are already rehearsing the reunion. Because what is written in the spirit must manifest in the earth. You are being called to stay still and trust the process. Let your peace be your power. Let your patience be your prophecy. Heaven is closer than you think. The one whose soul cries for you will soon find their way to your light. And when they do, you will understand why the wait had to happen. It was never delay, it was divine preparation. Angel says, this message finds you today because the moment is near. Heaven needed you to know that your love story is not forgotten. It's simply aligning in the perfect time. And this person's cry is proof that God's hand is moving. So lift your spirit. Pray with gratitude, not worry. Smile through faith, not fear. Because heaven's promise never fails. And love that's written by God cannot die. Angel says, right now, heaven is still watching over that soul who cries for you. Their tears haven't stopped. But something has shifted. Their cry is no longer just pain, it's surrender. It's the sound of a soul letting go of pride, letting go of fear, and reaching for the divine connection they once ran from. They've been walking through a storm of their own making. They tried to build a life without your love, and now they're standing in the ruins of false happiness. Every illusion has fallen apart. And in the silence after the chaos, your name remains. Your love remains. You are the only constant in their restless world. Heaven says, this breaking is not destruction, it's purification. It's the cleansing fire that prepares the heart for truth. Angel says, they are not the same person you once knew. They've been humbled by life. They've seen what happens when they choose ego over soul. And they've learned that peace cannot be faked. They're no longer looking for distractions. They're searching for redemption. And God is whispering your name into their dreams as the answer. Heaven says, they will reach out soon, but not in the way you expect. At first, it may come through a small sign, a simple message, or even through someone else. It might be a song, a memory, or a coincidence that feels too precise to ignore. That will be your sign that their spirit is drawing near. When it happens, stay calm. Stay kind. Let grace speak louder than curiosity. Because heaven is arranging the moment. They've been talking to God about you. Late at night, when everyone else sleeps, their heart whispers your name like a prayer. They're saying, Lord, if I ever get another chance, help me do it right this time. Their angels have carried those words straight to heaven's throne. And God, in mercy, is preparing restoration. Because love that's pure doesn't disappear, it transforms. Angel says, you may soon feel their presence stronger. You may dream of them again, feel their emotions, or sense their energy around you more vividly. That's not imagination. That's the merging of two hearts that heaven is pulling closer. The spiritual distance is closing. The alignment is happening. Because their cry has activated divine motion. What was once delayed is now being accelerated. Heaven says, do not doubt your worth. Their awakening doesn't mean you were incomplete without them. It means your faith has birthed healing. Your prayers carried them through darkness. You loved them when they couldn't love themselves. You saw their potential when they only saw their pain. And that love, that holy, unconditional light, has become their compass back to God. You didn't just touch their heart, you helped save their soul. Angel says, the same person who once ran away from you is now running toward purpose. You'll see them change, not because you demanded it, but because heaven convicted them. Their speech will be softer. Their eyes more sincere. Their actions more consistent. Because when God transforms someone, pride dies, and love begins to live again. This time, they will recognize your worth. This time, they will stay. Heaven says, prepare your spirit for the unexpected. What looks like coincidence is about to turn into confirmation. Something you prayed quietly months ago will suddenly happen, and you'll know it's the answer. God has been aligning everything in divine order. Even the people who once blocked the connection are being moved aside. Because when heaven says, now, no force on earth can resist. Angel says, they've seen the truth about you in dreams. They've seen your face surrounded by light. They've heard your voice calling their soul home. And each time, they wake up with tears. Because deep inside, they know, you are the one chosen for them. You carry the peace they've searched for in everyone else. And they can't fight it anymore. Their soul has surrendered to destiny. Heaven says, soon the energy between you will shift completely. Where there was silence, there will be clarity. Where there was distance, there will be connection. And where there was confusion, there will be understanding. Because God is not the author of chaos, He is the writer of miracles. And your story is about to show what divine love truly looks like. Angel says, this reunion will not just be emotional, it will be spiritual. It will carry healing that touches generations. The two of you will not just love each other, you will help others believe in love again. Your union is part of heaven's message to the world, that faith can resurrect what fear buried. that forgiveness can rewrite destiny, and that divine love never fails. They're crying out for you tonight not because they're weak, but because their soul finally remembers home. You are that home. The peace in your voice, the softness in your heart, the truth in your presence. It all reminds them of God's mercy. And now they're ready to follow that light wherever it leads. Heaven says, you'll know it's real when they approach with humility. They won't come with ego or empty words. They'll come with tears in their eyes, gratitude in their tone, and sincerity in their heart. They'll tell you what they couldn't say before. They'll admit what pride once hid. Because God has dealt with their heart privately. And now, heaven is releasing them to make it right publicly. Angel says, don't look back in bitterness. Every wound you suffered was turned into wisdom. Every silence became your strength. Every heartbreak became your anointing. You learned how to love without losing yourself, and heaven is rewarding that. This next chapter is not about chasing, it's about attracting what already carries your name. And what's meant for you cannot miss you. Heaven says, when they return, love them through truth, not through fear. You don't need to prove your worth, your peace already does that. You don't need to question their change, God's fingerprints will be all over it. And you don't need to rush, what is divine unfolds naturally. Let grace be your guide. Let discernment be your strength. Because this time, it will be different. It will be blessed. Angel says, they're remembering everything. The laughter, the comfort, the way your energy felt like sunlight after a long winter. They're realizing it wasn't just love, it was purpose. They were meant to meet you to find themselves again. And now, heaven is calling them to honor what they once took for granted. Their tears are cleansing their heart. Their cry is opening the path. And soon, their steps will follow their soul. They are on their way, not just to you, but to the truth of who they were created to be. Heaven says, when destiny begins to move, everything else must make room. Angel says, hold your peace. Your stillness is your strength. Do not fear what you can't see. Heaven is working in silence. The same way you once wept in prayer, they are now weeping in realization. The cycle is completing. The lesson is ending. And love is being restored. Heaven says, when the appointed time comes, everything will fall into place so smoothly that you'll know only God could have written it. You'll see signs of divine orchestration, timing, messages, encounters that defy logic. And in that moment, you'll feel peace so deep it silences every question. Because heaven's plan always makes sense in hindsight. Angel says, remember this. You are not waiting for them, you are preparing for them. You are not stuck, you are stationed in destiny. You are not forgotten, you are being protected until it's safe to receive what's yours. This union is being refined through divine fire. Every delay was protection. Every silence was instruction. And every cry is now being turned into breakthrough. Heaven says, soon there will be communication. Not forced. Not accidental. But divinely timed. You'll know it's heaven because the message will carry peace, not confusion. It will carry purpose, not manipulation. And it will carry honesty, not pretense. That's when you'll know, their cry reached God, and God answered with restoration. Angel says, keep your heart open. Because love is about to return, purified, transformed, and divinely guided. The person who once caused you tears will now be sent to wipe them away. The one who once walked away will now walk beside you. The one who once doubted you will now honor you. Because heaven has completed its work in their heart. Heaven says, joy is coming. The same angels who saw you cry are now preparing to watch you smile. Your story will carry glory. Your love will inspire faith. And your reunion will remind others that God restores what He ordains. Angel says, the moment your heart forgave, the miracle began. You set heaven's promise in motion. And now, the one who cries for you will find you, not by accident, but by design. Their tears are leading them back to grace. Their cry is leading them home. And when they finally stand before you again, You'll see in their eyes that love never left, it just learned how to return. So, lift your spirit, chosen soul. Heaven says, your wait was not wasted. The promise is alive. The connection is divine. And the one who cries for you tonight will soon call your name, not in pain, but in peace. Because when God writes a love story, even time itself obeys. And your story is about to unfold before the world as proof that divine love always finds its way back.